In recent news, it was announced that 10 security officers at the Nevis Air and Sea Ports Authority, NASPA, were promoted and took the oath of office as port constables. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with two of those officers, Elverene Williams and Morisca Mills. Good morning, ladies, and welcome to Good Morning SKN. A pleasure to be speaking with you today.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right. Well, first of all, congratulations on your promotion. I'm pretty sure that you worked very hard to achieve this rank. How do you feel having been promoted? Let's start with you, Morisca.
Oh, well, I feel great to be promoted to a port constable.
Elverene? Pretty much the same sentiments, correct?
I feel great about the achievements.
As you should.
Is this something that you ladies were both working towards?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So for those of us who don't understand, the ranking and the work that it takes to even get promoted to the rank that you now hold, when you talk about working towards it, how did you work towards it? What did you do? Elverene, let's take you.
What did I do?
Just be you and just work regularly. Is that it? Work hard? Shine?
Basically.
And you were free to say that? Don't be shy at all. Morisca, what about you?
Well, likewise, now we also, I would have had to do a training and also on the job training as well. That is using the equipment and doing other checks and basically work my way up.
Okay.
So how did you ladies find out that there was a promotion in the works?
They told us.
Oh, they told you, okay.
Yeah.
So any rigorous training, any exams, what did it entail, if you can speak about it?
Well, we did the basic 1 to 3.
Okay.
Learning levels of the port, customer service, familiarizing with the ISPS codes.
Okay.
Was there any part of that was really interesting to both of you in doing that training? Elverene, we'll take you first.
Um,
I guess another way of saying it is, did you learn anything that you didn't learn before? And was it interesting to you?
Checking people's luggages. I get to scan people as they came into the port.
Okay.
Your scans are physical checks as well as the luggage checks? Both of those
Luggage,
things?
vehicle checks.
Okay, so you do it all. What about you, Elverene? It's pretty much the same experience for you, correct?
Elverene?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Morisca. I apologize. Yes. Thank you.
That's okay. Yes, it's pretty much the same experience, and also having to doing it in the correct way, because sometimes we think we are doing it right, but then we did the training. It was like a bit different in a way. So it's basically getting it done correctly, making sure that we understand what is it that we needed to do, pretty much.
And how long was this training?
Mine lasted about 2 weeks.
Yes, mine was for a week.
Oh. So why the difference in weeks though? Since you ladies are now appointed to the same profession.
Well,
I'll start with
originally
Morisca. Okay.
supposed to be, sorry. Well, originally I think it was supposed to be a 2 weeks period, but they basically tried and see what can be done within that 1 week. But it would have covered everything within that period.
All right, so correct me if I'm wrong, but both of you before receiving your promotions were security officers. Is that correct?
Yes.
Right.
All right, so let's talk about the first few months on the job. Obviously, you're at a new rank now, but I want to go down memory lane a little bit to find out if there were any interesting moments for you when you first started. If you even had any doubts as to whether you'd continue in the field, knowing that you're promoted now. Let's talk about that. Morisca, I think I detect a smile from you. I'm not sure if that's what it is, but we'll start with you.
Okay, well, for me, when I started, it was about 2 weeks before COVID. So we didn't much have that kind of exposure, like, what should have been. But as time goes on, we really did some on-the-job training and so forth. So it kind of helped with getting us where we need to be.
Understood. And Elverene. And I mean you, Elverene, this time around.
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, when you were a security officer, the first few months on the job, were there any highlights for you? Were there any moments of difficulty when you thought, maybe I'm not cut out for this and maybe I should just kind of, find another option?
Look at her face.
To be honest, no, everything was quite fine. I mean, the only challenges I may have or had was dealing with customers at times during, like, for example, the pandemic. That was basically the only time.
I want to pry a little bit. When you say dealing with customers is a challenge during the pandemic, what was challenging about those encounters for you?
For example, I work at the seaport, and that's over at Long Point Port, actually. During that time, when people came in, we was only taking an amount at a time. And, customers, they could be grumpy and all frustrated. And because of the limited persons into the warehouse, everybody was a bit grumpy. So that was the only challenging part to me.
Ladies, the ceremony was held on January 31st, 2023 to promote you both to Port Constable. Can you tell us, how was your experience at the installation ceremony? Morisca?
Okay, my experience was that it's a pretty good experience. We actually get to learn a lot, especially from what Mr. Carty would have said. Okay. So yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay. And Elverene?
It was a good experience. Mr. Carty taught us about ethics and the requirements of the job, self-discipline, and so on.
All right, so hearing Mr. Carty tell you that, do you think it was something that you didn't know before, or was it something that were those things that he said to you, rather, things that you kind of suspected, kind of knew, but it was good for reinforcement? Which of those two?
Kind of expected.
Okay, that's for Elverene. Morisca, what about you?
Some of which you would have known before. Some of which you would have known before as well, yeah.
So for myself and maybe a few others that are watching, what is the job description of a port constable? Any one of you ladies can answer the question. Go ahead, Morisca.
Well, it's basically is a security personnel who basically ensures the safety of the passengers, the employees, and the aircraft at an airport. Well, on the airport aspect of it, that is.
Okay, Elverene, in your role as a port constable, can you arrest somebody until the police gets there?
Well, I was told to inform the head, as in the law enforcement and so on.
Oh, so you cannot arrest anybody and hold them until the police gets there? That's it. All right, no problem.
Somehow I'm thinking Cortensia wants to see you guys showing her your handcuffs. Not sure we'll get to that today.
For young persons who may be interested in taking up the role that you ladies now hold today, what advice would you give to them? Any one of you ladies can begin.
Well,
I would.
they have to be disciplined, functional.
Okay.
Accountability, respect.
Being is on the at all times.
Okay.
Having the desire to learn, be ready and willing, and as much things as possible, and stay positive.
I like that. Stay positive.